The idea is to die young as late as possible. Those are words from a British anthropologist named Ashley Montagu, a dude who I know nothing about, but whose words are sort of tattooed on my brain. I don't mind my body getting older. It's gonna happen. It happens to everyone. There's nothing you can do about it. But there's a lot you could do about your mind getting older. I'd much rather leave this world young at heart than to leave this world and just feeling old and dead already. I think that's one of the greatest gifts that motorcycling has to offer, especially for older riders. It's that feeling of youth that runs through your mind, your body, and your soul when you sit on a motorcycle and twist the throttle and screw down the road with the wind blowing over your helmet and the world going on around you. It instantly makes you feel 20 years younger. I don't know. I'm just making that up. But it certainly does make you feel younger. It makes me feel younger anyway.
3 years or so ago, I almost didn't come down for breakfast. I could say with a whole bunch of certainty that if I had died at that point in my life, I wouldn't have died young. That experience taught me a lot about appreciating the little things in life, the times you have where you just smile, the times where you just go out and do goofy shit. Just the time. My conscious decision is to die young as late as possible. That means living every day feeling young, because you just never know when it's going to happen. That's what this is all about. This thing, this motorcycle, motorcycles in general, that's what keeps me feeling young. Every day, every time I climb on one, I feel like I'm 20. My body doesn't sometimes, but my mind does. For me, part of staying young is just doing stupid shit. I woke up this morning and I said to myself, I'm going to go find myself that troll bridge that I've heard so much about. So I'm on my way to go find that troll bridge that I've heard so much about.
Rumor has it that the first troll that appeared on this bridge was put there by a mom about 20 years ago to make one of her kids smile or something like that. And in true Portland fashion, people came out and decided to start tacking trolls to this bridge, and now, apparently, there's a whole bunch of trolls on this bridge. Let's go find out. There are very few things in my life that make me feel younger than getting on a motorcycle and screwing down the road. I've tried working out. I've tried drinking. I've tried all kinds of things. And nothing makes me feel exactly the way getting on a motorcycle makes me feel. I mean, listen to this damn thing. If twisting that throttle and hearing that sound doesn't make you feel 30 years younger, I don't know what the hell will, to be honest. I know I'm preaching to the choir here. If you have a motorcycle, you already know. This is more for people who are thinking about, well, what are the benefits versus the risks of getting myself a motorcycle? Here's the road. So, ooh, very, very leafy, so let's be careful. All right. This is the road, the very leafy, slippery road that apparently leads to the troll bridge. Man, riding on these roads in the fall, it's like riding on ice sometimes. You gotta be super careful. Here it is. Here is the troll bridge. Wow. That is something. Let's go back and check it out. let's check this road out. I'm not sure I've ever been up this road. This would be fun in the summer. Not so much right now. What the? Whoa. Look at this. Wow, have I just found my new favorite road in Portland? This is the kind of thing that happens when you go out for a mini adventure. You think you go in one place and then you find something completely different. I had no idea this road existed. This is what I love about motorcycling. Just finding shit you didn't know existed because you're out. Because you had a reason to get out. You wanted to get out and see some shit, feel some air, experience life a little bit. All of a sudden you find yourself on a road you never even knew existed. It was right under my nose the whole time. I've driven by this road 1,000 friggin' times. This looks like a good place to turn around. Also looks like a nice place to live. Feeling young is something that we're all capable of, even if we don't always feel young. It's a mindset. It's something that sometimes you have to force yourself into. You have to do it consciously. It's easy to get wrapped up in the day-to-day and feel like an old geezer. It's sometimes hard to break yourself out of that. Feel vibrant, young, and alive. For me, it's almost an automatic thing that happens when I get on a motorcycle. Back 3 years ago, when I was not doing so great, the idea of getting on a motorcycle was the last thing on my mind, to be honest. I had no desire to do anything fun. I had no desire to feel young. I didn't even know that was a choice. I was just going through my day-to-day like everyone else during the pandemic, just feeling like one day dragged on to another. I don't know, like none of it felt worth it. None of it felt good. But coming out of the dark times, not just the pandemic, but the other stuff that I was going through, I started to feel alive again, and I needed something to help me continue going that route. That's when I bought a scooter, which eventually led to a motorcycle. And I got back into motorcycles finally, and it's like I found my calling in a weird sort of way. I wouldn't quite call it a calling, but you know what I mean. The weather's been miserable here the past few weeks, and the other day I found myself just totally depressed. I realized that I hadn't ridden in a couple of days, and I just got on my bike and went for a quick ride to the store. I came back and I felt like a completely different person, and it only took 20 minutes. Just skidded out my back tire. getting out my back tire on this road just made me feel a little bit more aware of my own mortality. I gotta be honest. That wasn't fun. This is the bridge. That is the coolest thing I think I've ever seen. Well, I've seen cool stuff, but this is pretty damn cool. I don't even know what to say about this, except, wow. You have to admit that that's something. I don't know what, but it's something. I don't know. Oop. Anyway, you all said on my last video that I should go explore more random shit, so there you go. That's more random shit. The idea is to die young as late as possible. Something to think about. And thanks to the commenter who left that quote on one of my videos a couple of weeks ago. It hasn't left my head since.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, I hope you'll consider subscribing to my channel.